Hi triathletes, welcome back to another session with TriathlontesSA. Today's video will be the fourth in the series of 5 videos where we have interviews with specialists in certain focused areas of triathlon. Today's video will focus specifically on strength training, and for that we'll have an interview with Biokineticist Jaco Blom from Cape Town. So if you like the content of these videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel up here, and also hit that bell notification button to be notified when new videos will be released. So stay tuned for the interview with Jaco Blom. Okay guys, so let's start off. First of all, Jaco, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are and what you do.
Hi Therese, thank you for this interview. Yes, I am Jaco Blom. I'm a biokineticist here in Cape Town. Originated from Potchefstroom as well and studied there and did my internship there. And yes, I'm practicing here in CBD area, working mainly with corporates who also do a lot of sports like running, triathlons and all those type of activities. Cape Town is quite the sportative type of place to live in, so it's quite a lot of exposure to rehabilitating injuries, especially for those who have long hours of sitting and desk jobs and all those type of things. So yeah, I'm practicing here in Cape Town.
Oh, thank you so much, Jaco. So let's start off with the first question. What advice or tips would you give to people that's starting out in triathlon and do not know a lot about exercise or have a very large fitness background?
So yes, so I've been seeing a lot of people who have started with triathlons and who wants to really go into this type of sports. And one of the main things regarding with fitness is that fitness stays fitness, and the only way you can increase your fitness is by actually doing some activities like running, like swimming or like cycling. And so I would always tell the people, start small, don't go too overboard, take where your body allows you to go, and then from there increase. So you would start with a baseline and build up to strength, and then go into your typical pre-season, in-season, post-season type of training as you build up for your event. It's important to have a date that already is there, that you know that you have this time to work towards that event or towards that certain time that you want to start racing, and then you can start planning out your schedule. For me, as biokineticist, it's not just the fitness and the training itself that's important, but it's very important for, especially when you start with an injury preventative mindset. Because running, swimming and cycling is so intense on your body, there needs to be certain things that you can do to prevent yourself from injury. And one of the biggest focuses would be to allow your body to work in the 3 different planes of movement. We have 3 different planes that we move in, which is the sagittal, meaning we move forwards and backwards. We have the frontal plane, meaning we move side to side. And then we have a transverse plane, meaning that we go into our rotations. Now, if you can start by incorporating certain type of exercises from the get-go, allowing your body to move in all 3 planes, especially your rotations. For example, if you're a runner and you are not able to rotate with your body in this manner, certain compensations will start occurring either in your shoulder, hips, ankles or knees. But if you can start by incorporating certain exercises with your fitness, allowing your body to move as it should, then you will have a very good start and being in a safe environment to go and get some results. So for me, that would be very important, is to have someone just assess you to see where your body is moving, how your body is moving. Is there compensations, especially if you are in the corporate sector, sitting a lot during the day? Do your hips have certain space to move? Is your glutes engaging? Before you really start doing your intervals, your heels, your long distance running, your long distance swimming, all those type of stuff, cycling, before you go really into those type of stuff, is your body allowing you to move there? And you will need someone to assess you with that and then see, all right, this will be a safe route for you to take.
Oh, thank you very much, Jaco. That really makes sense. I think most of us think we can just go and get a training plan and then start off, but don't really think about the mobility of our body. And we should also take that into account when we start any program, not just jump in and use a program, because that program was written for a general type of person. So you must think of your own weaknesses and strong points, and then get someone to assess you to make sure that those weaknesses also become your strong points. Yes, and the next question, for someone that's been in the sport a while and they want to see some improvement within their triathlon, swim, bike, run and strength training, what type of advice or tips would you give to them if they want to see some improvement in their triathlon times?
All right, so I think for experienced triathlete, it would be important to know that during the years of your running and you're competing in the sport, there's certain habits that would have been created and adapted in your running style, your swimming style, or your cycling method, or how you cycle. So I think it is important to go and analyze to see where is your weaknesses and where is your strong suits. And in that way, you can actually start improving your sport. For example, if you know that as a runner that you are not as good in your heels or going uphill, then that would be a great way to start improving and see, why am I struggling in running my uphills, or why am I struggling in running my downhills, or is the flats maybe a bit more difficult with swimming? How can I increase my breathing rate, my stroke, all those type of things, and especially cycling as well. Am I in an optimal cycling position that I can have speed as well as control? So I think that would be one way of improving the sport in itself. Then also from an injury preventative situation, if you have recurring chronic injuries, let's say you have a knee problem, a hip problem, lower back, ankle, shoulder, or anything in that way, it would be good to then go and see, why is this reoccurring in my sport? Why am I having these injuries constantly? And is my body telling me something, that something is not engaging, whereas something else is engaging that should maybe not be engaging in that sense? So I think for an experienced triathlete, you would want to go a little bit more specific and really analyze what you're doing, since you have already been doing this for some time and have experience in this sport.
Thank you, Jaco. I think I'm a culprit over there as well. Over the years, I've realized that I do not use my glutes and my hamstrings, so that's something that I need to work on as well, as that's one of my weaknesses after the accident. Yes, and then another question, now during this lockdown period, do you have any suggestions of exercises that people can do at home if they look what they have lying around at their houses, to actually do some exercises during this time?
Yes, so during this lockdown, we, myself as Biokineticist and the group of physios that work with me, are working with quite a lot of runners and also triathletes. And obviously we don't have the space to run outside or go and do some mountain running or trail running or go for a swim in the ocean. So we need to be able to use our environment that we are in as optimal as possible. So something that we do not want to work on is your normal type of exercises like your squats, lunges, reverse lunges, your side lunges, all those type of things, push-ups, let's say your conservative type of exercises. What we are working on is your slings, and for example, with slings, I mean how your upper body is connected to your lower body, and really engaging into the running style, the swimming style, the cycling style, and engaging the muscles that is supposed to be working in that plane of movement. So we also look at our rotations, going into our transverse rotations, and making sure that everything has enough space to lengthen, because a muscle needs to lengthen for it to be able to have optimal contraction. One thing that we are working on, for example, is a lot of internal rotation at the hips. So with the internal rotation, it's just an example, is that we are working on quite a lot of internal rotation with the hips. Of course, our hips tend to be naturally more externally rotated. And as we are working with internal rotation, it allows the body to really engage proprioceptors. And with proprioceptors, we have a lot more glute engagement, a stronger glute activation. So if we have limited internal rotation at the hips, we will have limited firing glute engagement, because the muscle needs to lengthen for it to be able to contract. So the more it can stretch, the more stronger the contraction will be. So we want range of motion. So there's not really specific exercises that we are doing in the lockdown. Let's say, like, I'm writing for you to do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, burpees, all that type of stuff. What we are doing at the moment as biokineticists and physiotherapists, we are working on movement in the different planes, transverse, sagittal, and frontal plane, and making sure that you have enough rotation as a runner, because if you can't rotate as a runner, you will start, for example, going into this motion there and not really being open and moving and having the momentum that you need. So that is what we are doing in the lockdown period, until we have the way out and we can able to go and run up the mountain or swim in the ocean or cycle.
Oh, thank you, Jaco. That really makes sense. And I think for most people that are at a desk job, that's really important, because most of us aren't using our glutes and hamstrings as we should. Yes, and then lastly, where can people get hold of you during this lockdown period, or if they want to contact you for some exercises or...
Yes. So at the moment, the easiest way to contact me would be through mobile. You can call me, my number will be provided, and as well as my email. I quickly respond to that. My sessions at the moment is all via Zoom, and it's working very smoothly as we are to really move the people in the different planes that we want them to move. So, and with the HPCSA, the Health Council, that also allowed us to treat people online as biokineticists. So you are able to do rehab as well. If you are a runner or swimmer or triathlete overall and you're struggling with injuries, there is ways to help you. So you can contact your nearest biokineticist, or you can contact me, and we are able to assist you in that manner as well.
Thank you so much, Jaco, for your time and also the experience and advice that you shared with triathletes out there. I really appreciate it. And yes, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your lockdown time, and also that it's a very fruitful time for you as well.
Thank you, Therese. I appreciate it.
You guys are more than welcome to go and check out my Facebook and Instagram on TriathlontesSA, as well as go and check out the website at www.triathlontesSA.com. As I said previously before, I'll be posting daily exercises that you can perform in the comfort of your own home if you want some strength training and cardio work during this lockdown period. And also stay tuned for the last video in the series of 5, where we'll have an interview with a biokineticist that focuses on nutrition and recovery. You guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel up here, and you can also go and check out the previous videos we did where we have interviews with swimming, biking and running specialists. So keep up the training during this lockdown period and stay motivated.